Still in the middle of the night here. I don't have the guy on the couch anymore. He moved out. I guess he's going to college as well. His brother had lost his fucking mind at some point and was I don't know. I guess he locked himself in the garage with the car running, and I don't know. It's like, if there's one kid that needs to not lose any more fucking brain cells, it's the guy on the couch's brother. Like, I don't know, man. I came home and found him smoking weed, on ecstasy, doing whippets, and fucking just freaking out in my mirror, you know? It's like, what are you up to? And he's like, hold on, dude. This mirror is incredible. It's fucking incredible, man. You just kind of like, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah. So that kid, I don't know. He's like, my dealer gave me some pills. He gave me this pill. He says, you gotta have this. You really need this pill. And so I took the pill from him and I put it in my hand. And I went to Google and I typed it up. You know, it was like, you know, it said P483, little white pill. Checked it out. The first result came up. It was a birth control pill. You definitely need this, dude. It's a drug dealer with a sense of humor. I get lost in this thing sometimes. I like to check myself out in the mirror, and I'm looking at this screen. It's the opposite of a mirror. It kind of fucks me up. Now I've been looking at myself so much in this screen that when I use an actual mirror, I fuck myself up. Who knew? Yeah. So, I don't know. My life is getting stranger by the day. I took on my old moniker, Mr. Ben. I don't know. It seems sometimes that I'm stuck in a time loop. 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 Because I ran into these girls. Well, let me just start that story over. I got really horny in the morning the other day, and so I look through my phone. You know, I do this like hoping against hope desperation look. It's like, do I know anyone who would come over here and fuck me? And of course my hair is looking like, you know, totally fucking stuck. It's black. Who can fucking see it? But anyhow, my hair is totally like in a wing on the side of my fucking head. I'm like, which girl's gonna come out and fuck me? Of course it doesn't work. It never works. But like when you first wake up with morning wood, you're thinking, fuck, maybe, you know, worth a try. So I call this girl. I'm like, hello, is this girl? And she's like, this is girl. And I'm like, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? What's going on? And she totally fucking blows me off. It's like that conversation was just fucking painful, you know? And so I went out and I found myself in a stupor, as I do. Got real hungry, which I do when I find myself in a stupor. And went in to get some pizza from the pizza store. Totally forgot that the girl actually worked at that pizza store. So now she's assuming I came in to see her. But I'm looking fucking good at this point in time. Yeah. I'm looking totally fucking good at this point in time. acting cool. She didn't know it was really me. She had an idea that it might have been. And so I texted her after we left the pizza store. I said, "You look good." And I think that's all it took, because all of a sudden she's texting and she's calling, and I don't know. I was a little pissed off at her blowing me off. So that's cool. I go back to my buddy's house. I think it's the next day, maybe. She's like, "Come to my work." And I was like, I got this big surprise for you. And I'm kind of like, So I'm thinking pizza, free pizza. She hooked me up, the day before with some breadsticks or what the fuck ever. So I'm thinking she's got free pizza for me. I'm not even all that hungry. I mean, my hunger was dealt with earlier. Oh, I have a pizza right now. Alright, that was a fucking sidetrack. And, no, this is a big life-size surprise. And I'm like, okay. And she's all like, it's a person. It's a person that you met the same night you met me. And like, seriously, it was a fucking entourage of girls the night I met her. But one stood out in my mind. A red-haired girl. And so she's like, let me give you a clue. She is tall. And I'm like, oh, great. I mean, you're fucking, what, 5'4", so that could be fucking anybody, except for my ex, who was 4'11". But that has, no bearing on this. She has green eyes. She has red hair, and I go, oh, fuck. And then, do you know who it is? I'm like, nope, got no clue, don't remember anything. I'm thinking like, is this the girl whose boyfriend broke into my fucking house? I'm pretty sure it is. He broke into my house. Apparently, he didn't like the direction that our friendship was taking. I don't know. And when you're in the Marines, I mean, what are you supposed to do? I'm not in the Marines. That he was. So they broke in my house. They smashed my door down. They didn't steal any shit, which was cool. They were just there to kill me, which is okay. I mean, that's understandable. I mean, I don't know. Fuck, I'd kill me if I had the balls. So, of course, the self-preservation. There's like the sense of justice and then sense of self-preservation. So self-preservation took over. I shaved my head, changed my name, and fucking disappeared for a couple weeks. Anyhow, yeah, so I'm like, it's gotta be that fucking girl. I start getting texts from a different number. It's a local number. That girl had moved out of state for a long time ago. I'm like, okay, local number. Plus, she uses the same nickname as my current girlfriend substitute person. And so that confused me, but pretty much I got around to it. And she's like, you don't remember me, do you? Whatever. And then I said her last name. She goes, yeah, it's me. So I called her, and she asked where I was. I said, I'm by the hospital. So she's like, I'll walk over to the hospital. And so she did. Actually, I got a little nervous. I picked her up and ran into her on the street corner, and my first thought was like, bitch, you put on some fucking weight. Wow. But then all of a sudden it was like self-preservation mode. It was like, she's gonna fucking stab you. She's gonna stab you in the fucking gut. And so I don't know. I approached with caution, but she held out her arms to give me a hug, hands empty. And she gave me a hug, and so we started hanging out. And yeah, so things with her were good. And the other girl, the one that worked at the pizza place, they both started trying to grab my nuts, like with their mouths, and maybe massage them with their hands. So had to make a decision.